Yeah, what's up, Jack? Today I've got another DVD collection video for you where I'm going to be showing you guys the DVDs I have for Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo! Like I did with the Nickelodeon movie video, I'm going to go over the stories for each of these movies just in case some of you haven't seen them. So first up is Space Jam. So the story here is that Mr. Swackhammer, an alien businessman who's the owner of a theme park called Moron Mountain, wants the Looney Tunes as part of his attraction to bring in more customers. But the Looney Tunes decide to challenge the little aliens, I forget what they're called, when they're in like the tiny alien forms. He sends them to go get the Looney Tunes, but the Looney Tunes challenge them to a game of basketball, which leads them stealing the talent of certain NBA players and becoming the Monstars. So the Looney Tunes decide to ask Michael Jordan for help to stop them from being taken away from their home and forced to work for the aliens. In fact, in this movie, Bugs Bunny is voiced by Billy West, who's the voice of Philip J. Fry from Futurama, Doug Funny in the Nickelodeon version of Doug, and Stimpy from the Ren and Stimpy Show. He also took over as the voice of Ren after John Kricfalusi got fired. In fact, that was actually the original plan for the show. Billy West was originally going to voice both Ren and Stimpy from the beginning. And Daffy Duck in this movie is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who's the voice of Bobass from SpongeBob, Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, and Number 4 from Codename Kids Next Door. This was also Lola Bunny's introduction to the Looney Tunes franchise. And she's voiced by Kath Soucie in this movie, who's the voice of Phil and Lil from Rugrats, Miriam Pataki from Hey Arnold, and Maddie Fenton from Danny Phantom. So here I have the front cover, spine, and the back. Special features: commentary by Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and director Joe Pytka. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And production notes. And here we have the disc. Next up is Looney Tunes Back in Action. So the story of this movie is that Daffy has been fired from Warner Brothers and decides to stay with Damian Drake, who is a stunt double / security guard at Warner Brothers Studios, who is tasked by a mission from his father in order to get the blue monkey. I'm sorry if you hear any noise in the background. So here we have the front cover, the spine, the back. Special features: Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote in the all-new Looney Tunes cartoon Wizard of Ow. Behind the Tunes, Bugs and Daffy take you on a Looney tour of the film set. Bang, Crash, Boom, the rabbit and duck perspectives on special effects. Looney Tunes Out of Action, best scenes you've never seen. DVD-ROM PC, link to even more deleted scenes, theatrical trailer, and also the languages and subtitles. Something I forgot to mention is that in this movie, Bugs and Daffy are voiced by Joe Alasky, who was the voice of Grandpa Lou in the later seasons of the original Rugrats, and was the sound-alike for Mermaid Man in two SpongeBob video games, Lights, Camera, Pants, and Creature from the Krusty Krab. Here we have the disc. Here we have Space Jam: A New Legacy. So the story is that LeBron James' son, Dominic James, has been taken into the Warner Brothers serververse by an algorithm known as Algorithm. And the only way LeBron can get his son back is if he beats Algie in a basketball game. So LeBron and Bugs go throughout the serververse to find the rest of the Looney Tunes so they can reassemble the Toon Squad and LeBron can get his son back. So you have the front cover, the spine, and the back. Special features: 4 fun featurettes. First quarter, game on. Second quarter, teamwork. Third quarter, out of this world. Fourth quarter, the looniest and deleted scenes. And here we have the DVD and the Blu-ray disc. And now we've come around to the Scooby-Doo movies. So the first one we have is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which is widely regarded as the best Scooby-Doo movie. For me, I'm kind of tied between this one and The Witch's Ghost, which I'll get to in just a second. But the story here is that the Scooby Gang has reunited after quite some time to go out and try and find a real monster, which leads them to Moonscar Island, which is believed to be haunted by zombies. And they come across zombies and werecats and basically all kinds of horrific stuff. In fact, Shaggy in this movie is also voiced by Billy West, like Bugs was in the original Space Jam. In fact, Billy West also voices Elmer Fudd in Space Jam, the original Space Jam, and he also voices Elmer Fudd again in Back in Action. So here we have the front cover, the spine, and the back. Special features, movie trivia, featurette, and character bios. Also comes with a bonus disc, Scooby-Doo and the Zombies, which contains 3 bonus episodes from What's New Scooby-Doo. Here we have the disc for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and Scooby-Doo and the Zombies. Next up, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So the story for this movie is that Ben Ravencroft, a horror novel writer, asks the Scooby Gang to come home with him to his hometown during the Autumn Fun Fest, I think that's what it's called. And along the way, they discover that Ben's ancestor, Sarah Ravencroft, is supposedly, her ghost has returned to seek revenge. But Ben is looking for her journal to hopefully clear her name. This movie is probably best known for being the introduction of the Hex Girls to the Scooby-Doo franchise. But another thing I think is pretty noteworthy about this movie is that Ben Ravencroft is voiced by none other than Tim Curry, who I had mentioned before in another video. But, in fact, Tim Curry was actually in another Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, where he played the Goblin King. So here we have the front cover, the spine, and the back. Special features, behind the scenes, making of documentary, movie trivia, Scooby music video, and character bios. Also in this movie, this and Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, Shaggy is not voiced by Billy West. Instead, he's voiced by Scott Eanes, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, who was also the voice of Scooby at the time. Finally, we have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. So the story here is that the Scooby Gang is called to an old friend of theirs to his college to check out his new Scooby-Doo game that he based off Scooby and the Gang. Unfortunately, a deadly phantom virus has come out of cyberspace and chases Scooby and the Gang through their own game. So it's up to them to find all the Scooby snacks and defeat the virus. This was also the movie where Grey Delisle took over as the voice of Daphne. So we have the front cover, the spine, and the back. Special features, behind the scenes documentary, the making of Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, Scott Eanes, Scooby and Shaggy Love to Eat music video, virtual detective. And here we have the disc. Well, that's all, folks. That concludes my Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo DVD collection. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there are certain characters or movies from Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo that you personally enjoy. I mean, I personally enjoy all these movies. If I had to pick a favorite out of all of them, I'd probably say either Zombie Island or The Witch's Ghost. Again, it's a pretty tough pick for me. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.